Tell me why that research was important for you, and I guess how it changed your racist ideologies?
Because we still have residential deniers and we have people that don't understand our history, and they need to see this stuff. They talk openly about wanting Indigenous people to forget their language. It's written down. It's in documents. It's not a gray area. It's not nuanced. It's real. And we need to understand that as a province, as a country.
Do you confront yourself in your book from your past?
I do. And it was only after this all happened. And my publisher said, what do you think about putting it right in the book, right at the beginning?
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that's a great idea, because I should have done it without being called out, and I didn't.
That's the good thing about the Indigenous community. They know how to rally pretty quick, and there was a lot of things said about you online. What was going through your mind?
My first reaction was to kind of be defensive a little bit, and then I realized, and I talked to Kevin Chief a lot about it, and I realized, no, I've got to take responsibility for this.
Your book, is it about just the past only, or does it weave past, present, and future?
It does. It weaves all of them, and I write a fairly lengthy conclusion that tries to bring all of that forward, to try to give people an understanding of what happened after that. What policies did governments apply to marginalize Indigenous people, to dehumanize them, to try to eradicate them? I put in Stephen Harper's apology, I put in the Pope's apology, because they're important parts along the way. And people need to see that 150 years plus of evolution of what happened. I've written it in very plain language it's targeted for the general public. It's targeted it's a book that you'll be able to read over a long weekend. It's not an academic book. It's not a scholarly book. It's 200 pages.
You're writing this book about us. Are you giving back to us?
I am, actually. I'm going to be donating 50% of my royalties to WASAC, the Winnipeg Aboriginal Sports Achievement Centre, which serves all Indigenous people, status, non-status, Métis, Inuit. And I picked that organization because I felt that they really do. There's a lot of organizations that do great work. But I like this one in particular because it's very grassroots, and it gets the resources to Indigenous youth, including outside of Winnipeg, on remote First Nations.
Definitely a lot of the community are like, where's he coming from? What's he trying to do with this? Is he trying to make money off of us? That type of stuff, right?
Completely valid. I completely understand that. I expect it. How could I not, after the stuff that I wrote?
When they were going around the country with the TRC, did you spend time at that? Did you spend time at the MMIW? Did you ever go to any of those and then still had the audacity to write? See it in person and then, still continue with your words?
I didn't go to any of those hearings, but I read the report, and that certainly had a major impact on me. The report, the Truth and Reconciliation report, is very thorough. It's voluminous. There's a lot to read.
The power in words. Are you kind of telling people to go attack the 231 calls for justice from the MMIW inquiry?
I do give examples of solutions, like Nawi Odina, which is really what Treaty was all about. And I talk about the fight that Treaty 1 Corporation went through for 7 years in court to even have their treaty rights honored by the Crown, and they finally won in court, and they finally got land that was owed to them.
Do you think part of your journey is to also, you have a responsibility now to go back and talk to some of those Canadians who kind of have that same view that you used to have?
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm hoping my book will help people change their minds and reevaluate. And I think what I'm doing right now in this interview, in my column where I apologize, and I'm going to continue to talk about it, because it's going to keep coming up, as it should. And I'm prepared to talk about it. It's hard. It's a hard journey. Nobody said it's going to be easy. Nobody said reconciliation is going to be easy.